Hello everyone, welcome to RCD ShareNet. I'm Ella Huang. Today I'm going to talk about HandyDART Modernization Program. So mind you, a lot of you may already know what HandyDART is, but today we'll focus on the newer updates for HandyDART, the Modernization Program. So first of all, I assume that you know what HandyDART is. So do you? What is HandyDART? So just to summarize it in a sentence, HandyDART is actually like the bus, but it provides services door to door. And it is a share ride transit service, mainly to service in Metro Vancouver. Let me give you a little bit of detail about the usage rate of HandyDART. Then you probably will be surprised by how much HandyDART service is used. So in 2019, HandyDART delivered in over 1.3 million trips to people and a total service hours of 518,000. Well, that is not a small number. And in fact, HandyDART service is not enough to cover all the trips, so about 15% of the trips were supplemented by taxi. And since 2010, customer age between 55 and 75, they are the largest group of people who register for HandyDART. So what does it tell us? It's actually a reflection of aging population. So a lot of people, they're in need of the HandyDART. They're actually in the older age group. Okay, now let us talk about a little bit who can register for HandyDART. So is it for everybody? Like calling a taxi or just go out and wait at the bus stop or take the SkyTrain? Not quite. In order to use HandyDART, you need to register for it. So who can register for using the HandyDART? So they are mainly for people who are unable to use conventional public transit without assistance. So this is very specific because there is an eligibility criteria for using the HandyDART. Now, it comes to the theme of our talk today, HandyDART Modernization Program. What is it? So in 2021, TransLink, which is the government agency overseeing the HandyDART program, introduced the HandyDART Modernization Program. And so some of this will actually be in effect very soon, on 1st of October. So this is a very timely session to talk about it. And some of the modernization program components will happen in a later date. So we'll talk more about that. But you wonder why TransLink wants to modernize the HandyDART program. Well, in their words, is they want to provide better customer experience, including people going through the registration, how they book their trips, and how they pay for the services. They want to give them a better experience in doing all these things, which is important, and also they're all needed for riding HandyDARTs. Okay, mainly there are 4 new areas of upgrades. So number 1 is bringing Compass card to HandyDART. So that means right now you cannot use Compass card on HandyDART. I'll talk more about that. And this will be in effect on October 1st, very soon. And the second area is the changes to the fares. So hopefully this will bring better discount or better rates when you take the HandyDART. And this is also will be in effect on October 1st. The third area they want to improve, to modernize, is the application process. And this one might take a longer time because I think they may need to kind of arrange how everything will work out when I give you the details in a bit. And then they say that in the schedule, the implementation will be in 2023 at the earliest. so not before 2023. The last area is introducing online booking. So right now, you need to call HandyDART to book. But they're going to introduce online booking, and they think possibly in 2020, they will be able to do that. So not immediately. Okay, now let us go to each area and give you a bit more information. Compass card to HandyDART. So first of all is, what is Compass card? I'm sure many of you already know. It is a reloadable fare card, or it is a prepaid pass. So it is like a plastic credit card thing, but you can load it up with money, or you can load your daily pass or monthly pass onto it. And when you use that, they will give you some discount. Especially on HandyDART, they will give you a little bit of discount when you use Compass card on HandyDART. So this is why do we want to use Compass card on HandyDART? Well, it is very easy to use. So if some of you know the current situation when you go to pay HandyDART, there are a few ways that you can do that. So currently is either you use either you pay by cash. They actually take cash. But if you pay cash, it has to be exact fare. They don't give you change. So when you do that, the exact fare for HandyDART per ride is $3.05. So that is it. But if you take HandyDART regularly, you can actually buy something called Fare Saver. So for Fare Saver, when you buy a booklet, they give you a couple of coupons free. So when you use, it works out a little bit cheaper. So when it kind of is a discounted rate. So, if you use the Fare Saver per ticket, it is $2.45. Or you can use an adult monthly pass. So for a HandyDART as well. So you need to use the full fare monthly pass to do that. And all HandyDART, when you ride on HandyDART, they're all counted as one zone. So they don't have multiple zones. So when you use the monthly pass, you can use the one zone monthly pass to do that. So that is what is existing now. So starting October 1st, you can use the Compass card. So it is much easier. Easier to use. You just tap it. And it is more convenient. So you don't need to worry, I need to buy the Fare Saver, or I need to get the exact cash to pay, or I need to buy the monthly pass. And it is also very flexible because that would be the same rate and using the same card on all different sort of public transits, including HandyDART, the bus, the C-Bus, SkyTrain, and West Coast Express with a single card. And it is also secure. If you register your Compass card, and then it can protect your balance. In case if you lost it or it is stolen, you can actually, once you have registered it, you can freeze the balance so it won't be used. And then when you get a new one, you can transfer the balance to the new one. So kind of it protects your money. And starting October 1st, 2021, so it's going to happen in a few days, they use the Compass card to pay the HandyDART. So just tap it. So is it just easy to take a Compass card and go and use it on HandyDART? So that is actually a process involved. So how to start using your Compass card on HandyDART? There are a few steps. So number one is you get a blue Compass card. So I'm talking about the general adult fare, because there is also concession discounted fare. I'll talk about later. But here, when I say, to do that is we're targeting adult. So for adult, you buy a blue Compass card. So when buying a Compass card, of course, that is a deposit that you need to pay on top of the money you store on the Compass card. So that is a $6 refundable deposit. And then you buy it as usual as buying the Compass card. There are different ways to buy that. You can buy by calling the TransLink customer service line, or you can do it online. You can do it in person at the Compass card retailers, or you can buy it in person at the Compass vending machine at different SkyTrain stations. So after you have bought your Compass card, then you want to register your Compass card. So in order to register your Compass card, what you need is your name, your address, your phone number, and they will ask you to have a security question. So I believe they will have some questions for you to choose, so you answer with your own answer. And then after you have registered your Compass card, that enables you to manage the balances, and then you can access the transaction history, see whether they have how much they have taken out from your card, or how much money left in your card. And if the card is lost or stolen, you can report it and freeze the balance and transfer it to a new one. So registering the Compass card is useful. The third step is, now when you bought after you have bought the Compass card, there's no money in it. So you need to put some money in it. So either you can put in a stored value. So you put in, say, how much money you want to do, or you can also authorize auto load. So auto loading means, when the balance drops below a certain point, like less than $5, then it will be automatically loading up. So you don't need to kind of go to and load it up physically every time. But again, this is an optional choice. If you want to do it or you don't want to do it, it's okay. Or if you purchase a monthly pass, you can actually put the monthly pass onto your Compass card as well. So it's everything on one. It is very convenient. Then after that, after you have decided what to do, then again, you either can call the customer service, or you can do it online, or you can do it in person to auto load and put the store value onto your Compass card. Then lastly, because you intend to use the Compass card on HandyDART account, so you need to link the Compass card, your Compass card, and the HandyDART account, so that it will be registered, and when you use it on HandyDART, it will take out the appropriate amount of money. Remember, when using the Compass card on HandyDART, that is exactly how you do it at the bus and the SkyTrain. You put the card onto the card reader, so that that is right now on the HandyDART, there's no gate, but then the driver will let you on. It is advised not to just tap your wallet. Some people would do that. Take the wallet and the Compass card into the wallet, and you tap the wallet. Because other than using the Compass card, that's the option of charging it to your credit card. So that means every time when you bought the HandyDART, instead of using a Compass card, you actually can take out a credit card and then you tap it, and they will charge it to your credit card. So if you just tap your wallet, it might accidentally charge it to your credit card. So it is better to take out your Compass card and do it. Then you won't charge it to the wrong card. And earlier we also mentioned some of the trips are supplemented by using a taxi, because they don't have enough HandyDART vehicle to complete the services. So if a taxi picks you up, and then it is a HandyDART trip, so of course on the taxi they don't have the reader to read your Compass card. So what do? You still need to show your Compass card, and then the taxi driver will write down the last 4 digits on your Compass card, so you don't need to tap it. Automatically, once the information is collected, and then they also know that it is a trip booked through HandyDART, then it will charge it to your Compass card. So that is it. This will be done automatically. Then the other area we want to talk about is changes to fares. So I think that is actually going for the better with the bus service with this one, because then the changes to fare is actually an age-based discount on HandyDART. So what happens before or currently that until October 1st is everyone riding the HandyDART will pay the same fare regardless of your age. But of course we know that from September 1st, all children under the age of 12, they ride free on public transit anyway, so including HandyDART. And then they also will implement an age-based discount for people who are from 12 to 18 and then over 65. After the age-based discount, their calculation is about 70 to 75% of the people using HandyDART, they would pay less in fare. Or you pay the same. So you won't pay higher. You either pay less or you pay the same. Okay, so that is a good news. And also, the other thing is HandyDART fare will be the same as the fare on the bus, on the SkyTrain, on the Sea bus as well. Okay, exactly how much to pay? That is, everyone wants to know. It's effective October 1st, so all adult. Now, I just, earlier when I say adult is between 19 and 64. So the fare on HandyDART is the same as before, $245. But if you decide to pay cash, you are counting out the coins, so you need to prepare the exact fare. And if it's cash, it remains at $3.05, $3.05. So if you use the Compass card when you tap, they will charge you $245. And you can also use the Fare Saver, which we mentioned earlier. And so it is counted all as one zone. So you do the one zone Fare Saver. However, be mindful because they will not sell the Fare Saver anymore after November 15th. So after that, you are not able to buy Fare Saver. If you determine to use Fare Saver, you need to buy a lot before November 15th. Because one good thing about that is it will not expire once you have bought them. But then that is quite a large outlay of cash in order to buy the Fare Saver first because it's no longer available after November 15th. And if people, they decide to use the monthly pass on HandyDART, they get unlimited rides on HandyDART, and it's all charged as one zone fare. So currently, the price for the monthly pass is $100.25. So you may think, oh, I haven't heard about any discount yet. Yeah, that's true. No, it's coming because they're going to introduce concession fare on HandyDART. And concession fare is mainly for people who are from 13 to 18 or 65 plus. And they will use the orange Compass card. So earlier, I mentioned that was the blue Compass card. And now, it is the orange Compass card. With the orange Compass card, you will enjoy some discount on HandyDART rides, which is not existing before. So how much exactly? So one zone. So using the orange card, going with the right age group, then it is $2 per ride, and they're all counted as a one zone fare. And then if you decide to use a monthly pass on HandyDART, you can do that. And if you're eligible to get the orange Compass card, the monthly pass is half the price, $57.30. And again, you can travel across all zones. So for adult 19 to 64, you might want to use two different Compass cards. So one for the HandyDART is the blue one, and using the convention, you can use that and also for the conventional one. But in order to get the lowest fare, maybe you want to consider the blue and the orange. So orange is for conventional transit and blue for HandyDART. So who will get the, you wonder, who will, if you're not in the right age group, so how can you get the orange Compass card? It's actually the concession fare Compass card. So if someone with a disability and even not in the right age group and they have the handy card, then you can get the orange Compass card So we will be talking about the Handy Card and the Taxi Saver in some future videos. And people currently may ask, they use the BC Bus Pass. So the BC Bus Pass program is actually in affiliation with the Ministry of Social Development and Poverty Reduction. So they actually issue the red Compass card to their clients. So unfortunately, the red Compass card will not be accepted on HandyDART. But you can still use it for bus, SkyTrain, and SeaBus. And another group of people of concern may be the group of people with low vision or loss of vision. So they may have the CNIB card. So if you have CNIB card, you know what it is. If you don't, perhaps you don't know that. And it doesn't really matter. The CNIB card also will not be accepted on HandyDART. And it is still good for the bus, SkyTrain, SeaBus, and the West Coast Express. Interestingly, HandyDART does accept UPass. So UPass, they are mainly the UPass in BC, their student pass. So if the student, they have a UPass and they need to use it on HandyDART, they can, and that is no extra charge. But I believe that you need to also link the UPass with the HandyDART account. Okay, the next part we want to talk about is about the new application process. So you wonder, how do people apply for using the HandyDART now? So everyone is actually using a paper application form. So the normal process for registration is, number one, you need to check the eligibility criteria. Are you eligible to use HandyDART? If you are, then you get the HandyDART application form. Then after filling out your personal information, you need to have an approved authorities to verify and sign the form. So who are the approved authorities? So mostly they're healthcare professionals like your family doctors, your specialist, physicians, psychologists, psychiatrists, nurses. So they all can sign the application form. Social workers can, and special education teachers, and SLP, the speech language pathologist, mobility instructors, they'll have a whole list of that. So you need a member of these approved authorities to sign the application form. After everything's signed, you submit the form. So that is the current process. So in the modernization program, they're actually proposing other choices as well. So the other choices that they want to provide is, instead of going to your doctor or any approved authorities to sign the form, you actually can go and register without any verification. But instead of that, you need to participate in a personal consultation. So exactly what is this personal consultation? They have not released the information, but that is an option that people can choose. So it is not just one way. You can still continue using the application form, or okay, because sometimes, doctors and some physicians, they do charge filling out the form. And if you don't want to go that way, then you can choose to have a personal consultation with TransLink. And after they have released the information, you know more. But I believe, here after the consultation, then they will approve or deny your application without actually the signature or verification from the approved authorities. And other than that, they also propose for people over the age of 85, or people they only need to use HandyDART for a short period, say if that's for an injury, then they will have an expedited process, a fastened process, fast-tracked. So you don't need to go through the whole thing, filling out the form, or, so they do have a fast-track process for that. But details of that, again, to be released. And then they also will introduce something called the conditional eligibility. So that is mainly to match an applicant's ability to use the transit system best. Say, for example, someone is unable to use the conventional transit only in inclement weather. So the weather is not good, raining, snowing, the person, because of some condition, medical issue or disability, then they cannot use the conventional transit. They can sign up for the HandyDART. So they don't need the HandyDART for a long time. They may only need it intermittently and at some circumstances. In that case, they call it the conditional eligibility. So the people going through this way, they may have another fast-track process for registration. And lastly, they also want to provide some training for the new users of HandyDART. So all this is coming to unfold because, the implementation date for this, they say the earliest in 2023. So right now, a lot of details need to be ironed out. And they also say that, if at that time when they roll out this, if you're already a current and active HandyDART customer, you don't need to go through the registration process again because you are already registered. So if you're registered, you don't need to worry any of this. So all the new the optional choices for people to register for HandyDART is only for the new users. So that will come into effect in 2 years, the fastest. So lastly, the part of the modernization program is the online booking. So currently, to book HandyDART, you need to call. So it's a telephone booking system. So they want to add on to that the online booking option. So people can book more convenient and easier. And then they're thinking of implementing this in the year 2022. So again, the details will be released later. Okay, now, thank you for watching. We'll continue on the transportation topics on HandyPass and the Taxi Saver in next airing, so stay tuned. If you have any question, feel free to leave it in the comments section below. And also in the information section, we have listed a few links to the HandyDART modernization program and how to register, the application form, as well as the brochure. So feel free to look into that. For now, thank you. Bye-bye.